She's always quiet. Oh, she's got the spanking utensil. No, it isn't going to be a cooking video, guys. I'm getting the last of the salmon for this year. No salmon in the Philippines unless you want it farm raised.
Yeah.
So anyway, today we're going to talk about our house build and some of the things that we're going to do there. And I have to give acknowledgement to Texas Filipino. He stole my thunder on one thing. And we're going to get into that thunder in a moment.
Thunder.
Hey guys, please like if you like it and comment, but more importantly, subscribe.
Yes, please.
Okay, a big shout out to two of our friends that we shot a lot of pool with. We went here, there, and everywhere with when we were waiting for Lynn's visa to come through. And hey, Michael.
Hi,
hey,
Michael.
Victor.
Oh yeah, Victor.
Michael's back in West Virginia and Victor's in India.
Yeah, I miss India.
Yeah, India was a lot of fun.
The food.
The food. It always comes down to food.
It's always food.
Okay, so Lynn, let's talk about our house build.
Yeah.
And what I mentioned earlier was Texas Filipino. Now, he's got a channel.
Yeah.
And he spends half his year in Texas and half his year in the Philippines, similar to what we're doing. I don't know how much longer he'll be still continuing to go to Texas, but, you know, it's like all of us. These things will change as time goes along. But he brought up something that I was hoping I could video before anybody else did. But he got a lot of, not flack, but a lot of, what the dude? And that is the shower, okay? Remember, please remember that in the Philippines, concrete is everywhere. And the other thing that's everywhere is tiles.
Yeah. Concrete and tiles is life in the Philippines.
Yeah, and it is not on, and you got to remember there's a central drain in the middle of the room, so you could literally just throw a bucket in the middle of the room and start washing.
Right.
You do not have to be careful like we do in Canada with wood frame construction and water getting in things.
And
oh my
molds.
God, and mold kicking in, etc. But what ended up happening was he showed this video. And as your classic width of your washroom is 5 feet, right? But again, it's all one thing. So there's no need to have partitions for showers and all of that kind of thing. And he slammed a toilet in his shower. It looks like it, guys, but it isn't. But it's very effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Yeah.
Because we have it in our design. Why? Because think about it. A lot of your 5-foot shower stalls with no tub, right? Think about it. A lot of them put a bench in anyway.
So you might as well sit in there.
You might as well sit. You can clean the bottom of your feet and take a poop. And you can wash everything when you're done. Yeehaw!
That's the thing. When you're in a hurry, you can just like poop and then
Do
shower
everything.
and brush your teeth like no simultaneous stuff.
It gives a whole new meaning to shit, shower, and shave.
Yeah.
So anyway, just remember that when you see our design. Again, Texas Filipino did one where he showed his toilet.
Yeah.
It's not in the shower. But honestly, for the same reason that he cited, more counter space.
Right.
Because they have shitloads of stuff all over the counter. And
I'm a woman.
oh, hang on a second. We're putting in 2 bathrooms.
Exactly.
My bathroom, her bathroom.
My sanctuary.
We call it her office. And I think my mom gave it that nickname.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we're doing right now, guys, is we're now 21 days before we would head to the airport.
Right.
And we fly on the 22nd, we arrive on the 24th, but that's only because our flight flies at like 11:45 p.m.
Yeah, it's like
a
almost
few minutes before midnight, right?
15 minutes before the 23rd.
So typically our flight going that way is about 13 hours, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Returning is a lot faster.
Yeah.
A lot more opportunity for tailwinds.
Yeah.
So we've decided we're going to actually build a washroom and
Yeah.
attach it right to the garage.
Right. Yeah. we have
So I'll
done
link a
that.
couple of our videos with using the AAC block. We did not put any windows in, no doors in, just the main garage door.
Right.
Again, the long-term objective here, though, is that this will become a suite.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've decided we're going to attach the washroom right to the garage.
That's right.
We were going to have an external garage or shower, etc., but it's proving to be a little bit too artistic. If I want to do this, I want to do it after we finish the build so that we can see how it would fit within our design.
Yeah, how it works too.
Yeah. So that when we're out gardening, we can deal with stuff.
Yeah. Or if you want to go and pick some shells down below in the ocean, you can just shower before you go inside the house.
Come right back up and shower. Yeah.
That's
Now, one of the things that we are going to do, guys, so that you know right up front, is the shower and sink water. The outlets for that will bypass the solids chamber and I'll call it the turbidity chamber.
Right.
And tie into the clarified output water.
Mm-hmm.
Minor amounts of surfactants or whatever soap can then settle out in there, and then we will have an outlet of our septic tank. It's not common in the provincial area.
That's right.
But it is very common in cities wherever there is a storm drain. They tie their clarified water to the storm drain.
That's right. Yeah. And then we are gonna do that so that it won't be messy in the surroundings.
Yeah, and we have seen where the various barangays or cities, they start picking up smell. They know that person's septic tank is failing.
That's right.
And they make them redo the septic tank. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as a quick reminder, we are using aerated concrete for our project. I know a lot of people have checked out the prices of it and their hair lights up on fire. But this was partly to prove out what a number of Philippine engineers and contractors and construction people have been saying, that overall it's about 20% cheaper. And that did bear out with our project.
Yes.
One, we had 3 walls up in about a day and a half.
That's right. It's so fast.
Yeah. And then we had the putty layer go on immediately. Mm-hmm. And then paint after that. Now we did make one small error on the putty, and I will correct that. It's a technical issue with the guys on their way of thinking about filling cracks. I got to get them to think more how we do drywall here and how what they're doing impacts the next coat. Okay,
right.
So we will deal with that. That's just a mechanical thing. The guys will figure this out. And the main reason it became cheaper, one, they would not have got those walls up with hollow block that fast.
That's right. And you can, if it is raining, like usually the time that we will go there, it's always raining. So they cannot they cannot mix the cement and the gravel. They can't do that. But compared to AAC block, where they just pile and
and it's just an adhesive that goes down
to seal it. They can work even if it is raining, and then they don't need to wait for it to dry because there's nothing in it, it's just adhesive.
The other challenge and the reason why we sent tools was because I don't want the nail, the piece of wood, the hammer, chip, 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 chip. After the walls are all nicely in, often painted, and these guys, the plumbers and electricians come back later and carve up all these spots. And it explains why you will find
it takes a long
say a small suite, you got one electrical outlet. Oh, it's so painful. But they got 1,000 extension cords.
Right.
But the other thing, too, is that with AAC block versus hollow block, once it's gone on, layer number 1 of mortar goes on.
Yeah.
Smooth it. Layer number 2 all goes on.
It takes a long time.
As Lynn says, if it's raining, then there's another delay because
you have to wait.
The mortar layers aren't drying properly.
Exactly,
right?
and they have to wait until it dries so they can work again.
Yeah.
So it's not really, time wise, AAC block is the best.
Yeah.
Like for us,
but
labor. We save the labor, and then we want it done right away. It was done right away, and then they can work even if it is raining.
Yeah. Now, the other thing too, guys, is that when we were doing our project last year, if you've watched some of the videos, you'll know that we got that thing done fast, but then we got other stuff. We got them working on other stuff.
We have them working for 6 weeks, but there are lots of work that, like the garage itself, which is 5 by 5, is like
5 meters by 5 meters.
They only work on that for like a week.
Yeah.
Because the rest were other stuff.
Yeah.
Like the driveway.
Yeah, they got
septic
a couple of
tank.
slabs down. All the septic tank got done. The reprop wall got done.
That's right.
The retaining wall at the ocean. We managed to preload where the house is sitting. So now we've had 6 months of limestone sitting on there.
That's right. Where the house should be. Should be built. Yeah.
So we've gone a long way, guys, and our objective now is to move into the garage. We'll cut a very basic door into it. The guys will build a washroom and cut a door from the garage into the washroom.
Yeah.
And our washroom will be about 5. What is it now? Well, 5 feet. So, meters. Suffice to say, under a meter by a meter, or just over a meter by a meter, I should say, but under 2 meter by 2 meter. And so, again, you put the shower or the toilet in there, but you don't care if it gets wet. Just put the lid down.
Yeah.
Right? Just put the lid down.
Yeah.
And we won't be doing squat toilets, so that solves that problem. We're still somewhat civilized, as they say. So there we go, guys. That's an update.
That's right.
Check out our end cards. I'm always using the end cards.
Yeah.
And if you liked everything you saw, like and subscribe.
Agreed. And comment, please.
Okay. Salamat.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you next time.
Later, Gators.